republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Could we continue to stand for 1 minute? Can we have a moment of silence for the passing of Paul Hernandez, who was a longtime resident and a longtime employee for the school department? Thank you.
Well done. Kevin had the easy part. Good evening, everyone. Tim, do you want to just kick off with your administrator's report?
Sure. Get some announcements, and then I'll finish up with my report. We have 2 vacancies on the Town Forest Committee, so if folks are interested in submitting, are interested in the position, submit an email addressed to me, Timothy Gordon, Town Administrator, and my email address is tgordon@holbrookmassachusetts.us, and that's posted on the webpage as well. Right? So,
Who else resigned?
Mr. Lewis resigned.
Okay. I wanted to thank both Ms. Greeley and Mr. Lewis for their service to the town forest. The committee has done tremendous work under their leadership, and I think we owe them a debt of gratitude for all the efforts that they've put in over the last few years. They've really made Holbrook's natural resource very, very special and something to be proud of. So we thank them both for their service.
Next, just to update the board, I know that you have it in your packet, the water use policy for Tri-Town. We are currently in Phase 2, and Phase 2 went into effect on July 25th, and this occurs when the reservoir is below 80% full capacity, and restrictions include all of those in Phase 1. To include outside water use restriction to the hours of 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And that's been posted, and I believe it's been put out there on HCAM as well. Next, we have our state senator, John Keenan, holding office hours in Holbrook on August 9th from 12:30 to 2:30. He'll be right here on the first floor of Town Hall. So if there are residents who have questions or comments or want to say hello to our state senator, please swing by Town Hall on August 9th from 12:30 to 2:30. One other announcement, and you'll get more information on this, but I know Holbrook Cares is, they're trying to put together a meeting with Board of Selectmen, members of the Board of Selectmen, doesn't have to be the entire board, Board of Health, health agent, myself, school officials, to just sort of discuss the ballot question in November on the legalization of marijuana. And they're looking at August 23rd, but you're going to see an email real soon on that, so it's really just a heads up. And Pam Veda and her crew are just, they do a great job with everything they do, and they want to get it, they just want to brainstorm and get Holbrook engaged in this ballot question. So that'll be coming real soon. And then in terms of the town administrator's report, just a few things. Laurel Park, down in Brookville was perhaps our oldest water line, or close to it. And we had a lot of problems down there. That main line is now in. It's been pressure tested. Now they're going through the process of disinfecting it. And I suppose, Dan, you could probably comment on what that means, but it's just part of the process of getting the line ready. It isn't, you don't just put a water line in and then hook up. You got to go through some testing. So that's what they're doing now. Monday they're going to start with actually hooking up the houses. So that part should be done by early to mid-August, and then the street will get an overlay.
How many houses on that street? Do you know?
Less than 8. No? More?
10 or 12?
Yeah.
Great.
So it's not a very long street, but we're able to, as you know, town meeting voted to fund the out-of-water retained earnings to be able to get that street done, so. We had on the agenda the adoption of the Inspectional Services Code Enforcement Policy. I'm going to bump that to the next meeting. I got the policy drafted, and I've sent it, and I got some feedback from the treasurer and from our health agent, and now I just want to have D'Ambrosio and Brown, our tax title attorneys, take a look at it before we sort of finalize it. The Holbrook Dam down at the Grove, we've talked about that in the past. As you're aware, it's in poor condition, and we have a grant application that was submitted today to hopefully, if we get the award, to fund the engineering of that project. We had our DLS technical visit that started back in April. They were here sporadically for the spring, and a lot of back and forth between the treasurer, the accountant, myself, with the DOR team. I want to thank that team for all of their effort. We have one of two reports. We have a financial management structure report, and we're awaiting the report on policies and procedures. We just got them this week, the one this week. We're kind of just going through it right now, and once we have the other one, we'll put it on the agenda, and we'll present the findings and recommendations in both of those reports. The Economic Advisory Board is sort of fully engaged in the idea of looking at the zoning for the town, and we had Mr. Bobrowski, who we hired, Attorney Bobrowski, we hired him to help us with the overlay district. He came in and spoke to the Economic Advisory Board 2 months ago, provided a proposal. We're going to be vetting it through the Economic Advisory Board and then with the Planning Board, with the hopes of going to town meeting in the fall for funding, and then having him start his work and bringing some articles to town meeting after full review of our entire town rezoning. And then finally, we had a town administrators working group on the second floor project over here the other night. It was a good meeting. We kind of talked about a lot of different things, but we're going to try to just take a look at the big pieces of the project to get some, estimates of what we're talking about in terms of project cost. So we'll pull that together, and I'll put an email together and get it out to everybody, and just so we have a starting point. And that's my report.
Very good. Any questions for Tim? No? Yep. So there's it's a notice from Brian McCauley, who's the president of the Holbrook Firefighters, Local 1452. On behalf of the membership of the Holbrook Firefighters, Local 1452, I would like to thank you for all your support for the 2016 MDA Car Show. Our event had an overwhelming turnout, and things could not have gone better. For over 60 years, the IAFF firefighters have worked with the Muscular Dystrophy Association to provide financial assistance to children who suffer from muscle disease. 100% of the proceeds from our event will go to local families who continue to fight muscle disease every day. We appreciate your assistance and look forward to continuing our efforts to support the Muscular Dystrophy Association. So that's signed by the president of the Holbrook Firefighters Union, Local 1452, Brian McCauley. So, successful event. Thank you very much. Chief, I'm sorry, Tim, we have an email from Connie about an alternate driver. Was she requesting that like a job be posted?
I need to talk to her. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
And I don't know if she's looking for additional funding for that, or if she's just looking to supplement the 2 drivers she has, so that in the event that they're not available, we
have an alternate driver.
So,
yeah. Okay.
So we'll get that. I'll speak to her next week and figure out exactly what she's looking for, and then I will ask her to come to the Board of Selectmen next meeting to talk to the board about her needs.
Okay. Very good. Next order of business is, we have a couple hearings this evening. The first one's at 7:15, and then 7:30, and then 7:45. So we're pretty much up to date with our agenda. Wondering if there's any citizens' concerns that we need to address this evening? No? We'll take the department updates. So Chief Smith?
We had a incident at 28 Weymouth Street on Friday night. It was a stabbing, non-fatal. Two people both live at that address, well known to us. He was arrested, released on bail. He's back in the apartment complex with the other individuals, so we don't know what's going to happen with that.
Okay.
We took part in Operation Clean Sweep last night, which was 9 towns, and there was 10 teams out of the 9 towns, and they went around serving warrants. Started at 4:30, ended around 10:30. I don't have the final numbers, what they got, but I think it was 30, maybe 30 or 40 warrants served. So the towns were Braintree, Randolph, Canton, Foxborough, Milton, Quincy, Weymouth, Holbrook State Police, and Norfolk County Sheriffs.
Okay. And then that's partnership?
It's the South Shore Street Crimes Task Force.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
We had 2 officers involved in it,
Excellent.
and that's it.
Is there anything for Chief Smith? No? No. Great.
Oh, and the recruits passed their psychological flying colors, so they're all set to go.
When's the academy start?
September 9th.
Okay. And is that the one that's in Randolph?
No, we didn't make that
We
one.
didn't make that one? Okay.
Reading, same one the other ones went to.
Okay,
They go for their pre-screening on the 23rd of August.
excellent. Great, thank you.
Yep.
Chief McFadden?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Our injured member had his final consult with the surgeon, was cleared for return to duty effective August 8th. This will bring the department back to full strength, and I can guarantee you that no one's happier than I am to be at a full complement, and I'm hopeful that FY17 will be an injury-free year. I'd like to take a brief opportunity to remind the public to use extra caution with the extremely dry natural vegetation, mulch, and grass present in town due to this summer's drought. The region's seen a few instances of forest and brush fires, and that's somewhat unusual for this time of year. Spring and fall typically are the busier brush and forest fire seasons in this part of the country, but due to the lack of significant rainfall, there seems to be a bit more brush activity than normal. And I'm happy to report the status of the new engine. Based on my travels this month, I think I could probably drive to Greenwood Fire Apparatus in North Attleboro blindfolded after the past couple of weeks, but the radio installation and the compartment fabrication efforts are complete. The fire apparatus representative and I met with the town's insurance agent earlier today to make sure that this expensive piece of equipment is properly documented and covered under the town's insurance policies. I'll be following up on one minor issue that was identified during that meeting first thing tomorrow. I don't expect that there's going to be any further issues with regard to that. Lettering decal placement should be taking place next week. Once that's complete, we'll schedule the training programs with the 4 shifts and the shift officers with the Greenwood Fire Apparatus training representatives. And I'm expecting to have all personnel trained by approximately the week of the 22nd. And right now I'm intending to have a brief ceremony which will be open to the public to showcase the newest addition to the department on the evening of the 24th. And at the conclusion of that, we'll officially place Holbrook Fire Engine 2 in service to the town of Holbrook. If it's okay, I'd like to just take a brief opportunity to thank the entire town. Special thanks to the town meeting members, to the Board of Selectmen, the Finance Committee, and the Capital Improvement Committee for their longstanding support of the fire department's apparatus replacement program and the fire department as a whole. Our fire officers and firefighters couldn't do their jobs effectively without the support of the townspeople and the town officials, and on behalf of the fire department, I want to extend a sincere appreciation for that privilege. So I hope to see you all in the evening of the 24th, and I'd be happy to answer any questions if the board has any.
No? Anything? No? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, it's 7:15, so we do have a hearing. So I move that the Board of Selectmen grant the request of, that we open the hearing. Notice is hereby given under Chapter 140, the Massachusetts General Laws, that the Holbrook Board of Selectmen will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, July 27th, 2016, at 7:15 in the Noel C. King Meeting Room, Holbrook Town Hall, Floor 3R, 50 North Franklin Street, Holbrook, Massachusetts, 02343, on the application of NMB Rudra Limited, doing business as Subway, for a common victular license for the purpose of serving prepared foods at 438 North Franklin Street, Holbrook, Massachusetts. I have a motion to open the hearing?
So moved. Second.
Motion that's seconded. All those in favor? Great, thank you.
Excuse me, Marilyn, which one do you need? Good evening. My name's Paul Gibbs. I'm representing Bakula Patel, who is the managing member of NMB Rudra, or the franchisee of Subway. And we were here last year looking for a CV license to open a Subway sandwich shop in Highland Plaza in Holbrook. She's operating now several Subway restaurants throughout Massachusetts, in Boston and several suburban communities, and is looking to expand into Holbrook.
Okay, pretty straightforward. I know this was before us. Was it last year or was it the beginning of this year?
Last year.
Last year. And at that time, there was some dispute between another lessee.
There was a dispute between another tenant in the shopping center and the landlord,
Okay.
which did not involve directly Subway, but
Unfortunately.
it became involvement with Subway.
And I assume that's been
Yes.
been rectified and clarified as far as...
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
And in that vein, even then, it would be between the tenant and the landlord, and not between the tenant and Subway.
Understood. I know we didn't want to get involved in it because there was still it wasn't clear as to what was
Right.
what was the case there. So I'm glad that it did rectify itself. Okay.
They did work it out in some form or fashion. I'm not quite sure what that was, but it has been worked out.
Okay. So the hours of operation would be 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Basically, yes. It may be shorter at some days, depending upon what day it is, but in general, to keep it consistent, those are the hours.
Okay. And I would assume just a typical menu from a Subway restaurant will be served or will be modified?
A standard menu from Subway, it will be modified as Subway dictates, of course, taking into consideration the restrictions on the shopping center.
Okay.
So obviously, they can't sell pizza.
Okay.
And ice cream, but they can sell normal things as long as it doesn't conflict with an exclusive in the shopping center.
Sure. Great. Any questions?
No questions.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, all the paperwork's in order. I know that we got a letter from the assessor's office that all the abutters would be notified, and that seems to be in order.
And I did actually give Marilyn
And Margie has those, okay?
Marjorie, I gave her the mail receipts and the returned green
Perfect.
cards.
Great. So this is open hearing, so the public does have an opportunity to speak, should they wish to comment on the proposal in front of us. Okay. Seeing no public comment, would the board entertain a vote?
I move that the Board of Selectmen grant the request of NMB Rudra Limited, doing business as Subway, for a common victuals license in order to serve prepared foods at 438 North Franklin Street.
Okay, it's a motion, seconded by Mr. Sheehan. All those in favor? Great. Congratulations.
Thank you
very much. Welcome to Holbrook, Ms. Ruda.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so I'll move that we close the hearing on the common victular license for MN N&B Ruda Limited doing business as Subway. So it's a motion that's seconded, closed by, seconded by Mr. Moriarty. All those in favor? Great, thank you. All right.
You could take a brief recess.
Oh, we also have Paul, too,
Yeah.
is available. Paul, would you like to give us a report from your department?
Well, just got back from vacation last week, so I'm playing catch-up right now. Well, I'm almost all caught up. We're in the reconciliation process year-end, naturally. The 2017 real estate taxes are already starting to come in now. A lot of mortgage companies sending them in, a lot of individuals coming in, and our commitment number 4 for motor vehicles has started to come in. So collections are, we're busy right now doing collections, and as I say, I'm busy doing the reconciliations. Other than that, there isn't anything else to report, unless you have some questions.
How's the new town accountant working out?
Oh, very well, very well.
Okay. Is there, are you guys meeting on a regular basis?
Well, yeah, we're in and out every day doing the reconciliation process.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Perfect. And then Cindy is, she's completely done, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't seen her in a while, actually. She'll come over if she's needed.
There's smoke coming out of the building? All right, good. Any questions for the treasurer? No? Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, the next hearing is at 7:30, so it's 7:22 now, so we'll take a brief recess and hear a transfer of a wine and malt beverage package store license. Too bad we didn't schedule these like 5 minutes apart. Too bad we didn't schedule them 5 minutes apart.
I know.
You're ruining here. All right, we're going to return from the brief recess. It is 7:30, so we have notices hereby given under Chapter 138 of the Massachusetts General Laws that a public hearing shall be held Wednesday, July 27, 2016, at 7:30 p.m. at the Selectmen Noel C. King Meeting Room, Town Hall, 50 North Franklin Street, Floor 3R, Holbrook, Massachusetts, 02343, on the application to transfer a retail package store license to expose, keep for sale, and sell wine and malt beverages not to be drunk on premises from the T. Skidder Corporation, doing business as Tedeschi, store number 343, Mohammed Nahid Parvag, manager, at 31 North Franklin Street, Holbrook, Massachusetts, to Ayat Corporation, doing business as T Square Food Shop, Mohammed N. Parvag, manager, at 31 North Franklin Street, Holbrook, Massachusetts. The premises consists of a one-story brick building, contains approximately 2,400 square feet, with the entrance in the front, which one of which is locked, and an exit in the rear. I have a motion to open the hearing. It's moved, seconded. All those in favor? Great. Hi, gentlemen, how are you?
How are you?
Great, welcome.
Good evening. Attorney Tom Truax here on behalf of the proposed licensee, as well as the current licensee. With me is Mohammed Parvik, who's also on both sides. Essentially what this is just a change of clothes. Tedeschi offered the opportunity to many franchisors the opportunity to buy. They're selling out, when 7-Eleven bought out Tedeschi's, there's a lot of overlap, so they're selling out stores. They gave the opportunity to Mr. Parvik to buy the store, buy the real estate. He took the opportunity, and that's the process we're in right now. Because he already has the T. Sikter corporate name is on another liquor license, we have to change the name of the corporation. So as a result, we have a transfer from one corporation to the next. They're both owned by Mr. Parvik. He's still the license manager. He is the license manager. He will be the license manager. As I said, it's just really a change of clothes, and that's about it.
Will it still be named Tedeschi?
No, we have to, there's a different
You
DBA.
have to change the name?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the that's the
T square.
T-square.
T-Square Food Shops. Okay, great. Pretty straightforward stuff. I don't know if anyone has questions.
Yeah, good question. Maybe you can help with this. Something like a transfer like that, does that have to be, the abutters have to be notified by certified mail, or just the publication is good?
It's just a notice in the newspaper. It's done.
Okay. Great. How many other stores do you own?
One.
Just one more? Okay.
Different towns in East Bridgewater, so.
Where's the other one?
East Bridgewater?
In East Bridgewater? Okay. Good. This is an open hearing, so anyone who would like to have a public comment, you're certainly able to do so at this time. Okay. And then looking at the schematics, nothing is really changing as far as the internally?
Nothing changes, no.
All the freezers, all the refrigeration
Stays
units?
same.
Stays the same, okay.
I mean, he's been there since 2003, it's still going to continue the way it's been from 2003.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah, sure. I move that the Board of Selectmen approve the application to transfer the wine malt beverage package store license from the T. Sitger Corp. DBA Tedeschi number 343 Mohammed Nahid Parveg manager to Ayet Corp. DBA T. Square Food Shop Mohammed N. Parveg manager 31 North Franklin Street, and the application be submitted to the Alcoholic Beverage Control Commission for consideration.
Second. I have a motion seconded. All those in favor? Congratulations. Thank you very much. Another recess. We're going to take another commercial break and recess. We do have another hearing at 7:45. This is for another application to transfer wine and malt beverages from Fast Lane Convenience to DB Express. So we'll reconvene at 7:45. This is hereby given under Chapter 138 of the Mass General Laws that a public hearing will be held on Wednesday, July 27, 2016 at 7:45, the Selectman Noel C. King Meeting Room, Town Hall, Floor 3R, 50 North Franklin Street, Holbrook, Massachusetts, 02343, on the application to transfer the retail package license to expose, keep for sale, and to sell wine and malt beverages not to be drunk on the premises from Shiv C. Layani, doing business as Fast Lane Convenience, to DB Express Incorporated, doing business as Fast Lane Convenience, Gurley P. Batatari, manager, 230 Franklin, Union Street. The applicant is seeking to approval of a pledge of the license. Premises consists of a single-story block building, first floor to be licensed, 2 rooms, sales area and a storage area, 1 entrance, 1 exit, totaling 2,000 square feet. So we'll take a motion to open the hearing. Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, gentlemen.
For the record, my name is Kevin Riley. I'm an attorney from 19 South Main Street in Randolph. I'm here on behalf of the applicant corporation. Along with me, I have Mr. Sandeep Bhattarai in the back, and this is Mr. Yeri Bhattarib. Sandeep is the president and sole officer and owner of the applicant corporation. His dad is the proposed manager for the location. As was indicated in the advertisement, the request this evening is for the transfer of the existing package store beer and wine license for the premises down the street at 230 Union. Somewhat of an easy transition in this particular case, as the Bhattarai family has worked in the store under the current ownership for a number of years. They now have an agreement in place to purchase the business from Mr. Lalani, contingent on the transfer of the license as requested this evening. These gentlemen, I think, have developed a little bit of a familiarity with their customers, with the residents of the town, and certainly with the applicable procedures and regulations in terms of the sale of alcoholic beverages over the course of their relationship with the store. Store will basically remain unchanged, even in name. Will still be Fast Lane Convenience, same layout, same hours of operation as at present. And as was indicated, Mr. Chairman, we are requesting, along with the license transfer, the approval of a pledge of the license, which is part of the seller financing package in this transaction.
Okay. And all the abutters were, oh, it's just a transfer, okay. Any questions? Everything's the same.
Everything's just the same layout as before, everything
Yes, sir.
basically is just the same.
How long have you been manager of the property?
Mr. Lalani is the current manager. Mr. Batrai has been since 2009 he's been,
So
yeah.
for the last
So
7
he's,
years, okay.
not the manager, but in name, but certainly, yeah, certainly in terms of the operation, probably there many hours, for sure.
Any questions, no?
No.
You want to read it?
I move that the Board of Selectmen approve the application to transfer the wine and malt beverage package store license from Shiv C. Lalani, DBA Fast Lane Convenience, to DB Express Incorporated, doing business as Fast Lane Convenience, Gary Bataria, manager, 230 Union Street. Approve the pledge of the license to Shiv C. Lalani, and that the application be submitted to the ABC Alcohol Beverage Control Commission for consideration.
Motion second by Mr. Moriarty. All those in favor? Aye. Great. Congratulations. Good
Thank
luck.
you, gentlemen, appreciate it. Thank you, Margie.
So we'll call the hearing to close.
So moved.
It's motion seconded. All those in favor? Aye. Great.
He's probably about 5 minutes out.
Okay. So last call for citizens' concerns, citizens' comments? No? Okay. At this point, we are going to adjourn to executive session to discuss strategy as it relates to litigation, Norfolk County Agricultural School, and not to return to open session by roll call vote. Matt, yes?
Dan, yes?
Dan, yes. Great. Thank you, everyone. Good night.